Pretty much just the title. 5 or 6 years ago my wife and I went to see a band we used to love. After 20 minutes or so of waiting for the merch guy to come man his booth, I had the bright and very drunken idea to pretend to man the booth myself. It really started as a funny gag just to make her laugh. Almost immediately people came up to buy stuff. I turned, which made them very confused. However, my wife did pretend to be a customer, and I sold her 2 shirts, which really we just stole. In my defense, I never took anyone's money. I told them I was waiting to get the square ETA from the band's frontman, and we did originally intend to pay for the shirts. The merch guy just never showed up. I remember it once or twice a year, and am overwhelmed by guilt for like a minute.
The Mormon Tabernacle Choir merch is hard to come by.
Why didn't you know anyone could get away with $1,000 worth of concert merch so easily? I know stealing is wrong, but this is such a fun story. If I was rich enough to have awards, they'd give me something.
Actually, don't do this at all, because it is pointless.
Greater than in my defense, I never took anyone's money. Now that would be a very interesting confession. Hey op, I don't know what your situation is now. But if you really like the band, send them 30 or 40 bucks in the note with a story.
Should have actually become the merch guy they probably would have given you free shirts if you had substituted for them.
Steal them from the merch guy.
The severity of your punishment will rely on what band was playing with. That in mind, who was playing at said concert?
Nickelback.
Why is no one concerned about the merch guy?
Just buy 2 of their records in recompense. It would cover the shirts you were making them happy by buying records. Then you won't have to feel guilty anymore.
The band's called Roots. Use the upvote button. I mean, it sounds like the stuff was just abandoned in place, in which case all he was doing was rehoming it.
Fuck whatever y'all been hearing. I bet they get more royalties from merch than records though.
Yeezy season is the time surrounding a Canny album release, and we're reading. Tonight join us on our Canny for the hype threads. It's me, Andrew, we've been looking for you.
I agree it was a dick move, and I didn't say I think it's funny.
Punishment equals being chained to a chair and forced to listen to Justin Bieber. Baby until y'all able to escape using a key taped to y'all ass. Dude, that's a real shit move. It's up to op to take care of.
His own business, not for you to interfere.
Also, stealing from a smaller band, especially independent one, means those shirts were paid for at nearly the highest price point for custom merch.
The out-of-pocket expense to print them is insane.
No, actually it's totally justified. It's like taking something out of a burning dumpster.
Dufresne's search party of 2M Hedberg.
Yeezy SZN Kenny has a season. I gotta know more about this.
Well, for something alleged to have happened 5 to 6 years ago, gonna say now that one to happen. Good way to get the original match guy fired. Was square ETA a thing 5 or 6 years ago?
Holy shit, this is great timing, I say to myself. Thank you, my man, I am finna hop on that hype train.
Plot twist, the shirts were free.
Well, I am like unreasonably bummed that the my response comment got more upvotes. Feed your damn artists.
Passionately or butter with beer, you know, whatever fucks your boat.
Bands make most of their money from merch, and they'll at least have a good story and enough money for pizza than beer making things right.
After stealing isn't pointless, is it?
I think that might be a violation of the Geneva Convention.
Hold up, all my bands now look like a bunch of old dudes and I assure you that it is their full-time gig.
Yes, can confirm I started using them for my small business in 2011.
What makes you think that this very innocuous story would be fake?
Sounds like a sweet lineup. Saw Hailstorm open up with Stoniser A7X.
And Disturbed several years ago, and they were incredible. Woods Rules ID send them a quick letter with some ducats there on the Woods' record label, so send it their ID guess. That website though. That's probably a good argument for them to have someone manning their merch stand then. The that's where bands make money now by touring, and merch sales at those shows.
Any the boat vicar here, any port of call, any pier, all portholes guaranteed raw, all your barnacles bareback.
Yeah, I saw, but I didn't steal defense.
Yeah, that's a shitty thing to do. Seriously, we can't even afford habits anymore. Joking aside, I agree with you, it's awful.
Yeah, I know. Several actually.
Yep, only 1 hour and 19 minutes now, drops at midnight s.
I do up gives the name down the thread. Woods is there.
They never heard of him.
This is impossible, we're a man of many skills, so immediately.
So they don't need to get paid for their merch.
A lot of times with smaller bands the merch guy is actually a band member, so if they on stage there won't be anyone to sell the merch. I am okay with that.
2 fucking hours.
Reminder that an entire world exists beyond just Trump.
Reminder that one to be true for, as long as it would have been, had Trump not been elected.
Kenny Not King is a billionaire, he eats that 500k for breakfast.
And then shits out another 500k right after he doesn't need any endorsement.
Money, he just believes in what he believes.
The Yeezy season being used around album releases happened well before the clothing line Yalv got it backwards.
You are correct, he used Yeezy season first in Yeezus, and then in 2016 he used it.
For the name of his clothing line, my bad.
Just mentioning them here is worth the cost of 2 shirts.
From years ago, check them out.
If you had the opportunity to relive this experience, would you? They're also a bunch of older looking dudes, so this is probably just a
side or passion project for them.
What did he do? Comment as deleted.
Now they know those are unattended sometimes. I'm so glad you replied with this comment, it's a great addition to the
Fred indefinitely convinced stop.
More a thief than anything.
A shit ton, in fact literally every show I've ever been to where the band
runs their own merch table, which is pretty much all of them. But that's the thought that counts.
FR, I try every year.
Hailstorm is hands down one of my favorites I've ever seen in concert. I saw the Desert Uprising with Avenged Sevenfold, and a lot of others.
Lizzie S. voice is unreal.
Sue about that.
Not him, but I never have until this moment. Not too bad though. But that's an extremely shitty thing to do. Bands today barely make any money off their
music and depend mostly on touring and merch sales.
I was gonna say he should be mad, BC, they should be paying people to take their merch.
Sixpence none the richer.
All or nothing, man. This is funny, glad you didn't get in trouble too.
What was the concert now? I need to know.
Haha, everyone on here acting like you stole their savings.
Man, I know it's old and whatever, but bands are literally the last people you Should ever steal from, especially with the industry as bad as it is. Guaranteed they're poorer than you.
50 is about $80, so I guess it's like on the par guns N. Roses were great though, and they turned up on time. Played for like 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah, we're not an asshole, good lord.
Not them unless one is dead.
If I was rich enough, I'd have given you gold instead of a silver. But that's the Tabernacle Choir, Temple Square, keep up, haha.
Are they the ones that sing beautifully and then ask a child about
their masturbation habits?
I read this without my glasses at first, and now I'm sad to discover the band's name isn't Hairstorm.
After all,
Things like this are given for exactly this purpose. Hell, remember that for life.
And you're mentioning it on social media, smart move.
Aged worse than milk. Even milk is fine after a few minutes.
I've heard it so many times already, thanks to the leaks, lol.
even with Trump being elected, it is true low. I hope he doesn't get elected again, just so that's so. Many people like yourself remember the beautiful world that exists
outside of American politics.
Maybe being $50 million in debt. West says HES 5306300473HTML. In 2016 had something to do with it.
This sounds so familiar. No, what is the spin on him saying they chose to be slaves or whatever?
Actually, Easy Season is the name of his clothing line, which people then associated with the season around album releases. I hope it did then ban the dude who caused a problem. AITA, I deleted my comment too.
Mods should delete this entire post and the entire thread.
Op was willing to pay, but there was no one there to take his money.
Sounds like he waited for a while too at that point.
The S on the band, whoever stepped away should have left a note.
So being unable to pay makes it okay to steal.
Please tell me it S, not Monoroolo.
If a band wants to make money, maybe they should have someone work the table to sell the shirts.
Perhaps, but stealing shirts is shitty either way.
Depending upon which band, I might either scold you or praise you. Album.
Consciously overwhelmed for a minute, subconsciously for the rest of the time. Your subconscious punishes you for this non-stop, slowly destroying your life. I paid $50 for a Guns N' Roses t-shirt, wish I had stole it. Love bands but hate being fucked as a fan.
You're smart.
Haha, that's brilliant. She clearly took the rights as payment and was satisfied.
To see a band we used to love, what does that mean because of the merch?
Guy not being there low or something else.
Just my new goal.
I am totally conflicted by this. On one hand, it's some pure ingenuity.
And on the other, it's a shame no one could see this coming.
You should go back and buy some shirts from him now.
You deserve an award, lol. That is awesome, can say I.
OMT, I've done the same.
I am surprised there wasn't any more security. What kind of venue is it? It's a rule of
Them to never leave a merch table unattended.
You should send the band money for the shirts. I stood out front a busy bar and pretended to be the bouncer or door guy. I
Collected cover charges to get in the bar for about 3 minutes.
You're the leader of the Low Math Guild.
I guess if they are big enough they won't even notice if a
couple of t-shirts walk off like Metallica.
The way you steal shirts is so intelligent. If it be you, I won't feel good, I'd feel proudness.
Both of you are low math. Honey, I am that merch guy RM, and I've noticed you motherfuckers. Oh no, my fake internet points.
I don't believe you.
How many concerts have you been to where a merch person leaves?
Post never thought so opposite bag of lies.
Upvotes for all of you.